Welcome back to the shop, everybody. Today we are going to continue to tinker on Little Red Mustang a little bit. I'm going to fill you in on some of the stuff we already did that we didn't show, kind of skipped over, whatever. And then I'm adding some more stuff in today, so there'll be parts of what happened this past weekend. It was a lot of fun. Glad we got to do that. And then I'm going to keep chugging along and putting a few more pieces back together and doing some other investigative work on what we're going to do to this car next and what we all need to do to the car. So, all right, guys, we're going to dive in as a team effort here to wash the car. Hey, gang. What's up? So we'll do a little walk around as a before and after, kind of see what we're looking at here. Dirty, filth, hate it. We don't want it. Trying to gain some motivation here, so if it looks prettier, we'll want to work on it more. So we're going to get down in here too a little bit. Blow some dust off everything. Not a big deal.
How much you want to bet after we wash that motor, the front main leaks?
Oh, for sure. It's going to leak so much more. It's going to be fantastic. Because so far, it hasn't leaked a drop on anything yet. Which I find super suspicious. Oh yeah, it's just Mark's birthday. Yep. We're doing this in the middle of the night.
Yes.
We're having fun.
It's whatever.
So, we'll put you guys on a time lapse washing the car quick and get around and do it afterwards. Alright, we got it all washed up. Got a lot of the black taken out of the paint, scum from sitting outside. Well, that's a pretty good angle. Not bad, not bad. I'll say it's still drying off, so give it a minute, but things are looking okay. There's a lot of material in the paint yet. Turns out we'll have to buff it, but it'll come around. Man, that's ridiculous. All in all, we're still working with a pretty good piece. We're going to get put up on the hoist, start looking into floor pans and what's going on underneath. Keep moving along. So we've had the car running a few times, just off pouring gas in the carburetor, filling up the bowl and stuff. Seems to idle and run pretty okay. So now Mark's putting gas in it, filling up the tank. So far no leaks, can't find anything. Still missing headlights, and it's dark out now. But we're going to try and rip it down to the corner and back anyways and see what happens. Ready? Alright, there it is. It's running on its own gas tank. I hope that's just splash from something else. We'll worry about it later. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Don't have to worry about it. About 20 seconds of turning over and it primed itself up right away, so Is anything else deciding to work yet? Oil pressure still working. Absolutely nothing else works. Perfect. I guess we don't even know if the speedometer will work or not yet. Should. Get you guys first taste of this rumble back here though. Kind of surprising, no smoke or nothing. Just smells a little bit like old gas, but
I'd be curious to put a voltmeter on the battery so we can charge it.
yeah, we should probably do that, but let's button up a few things and head outside quick before it's completely dark. All right, so we're just getting ready, thinking we had everything good.
Coming out right here.
And our fuel pumps spraying out. We got a mess now. Oh well. We'll kind of regroup here for a second and see what we're gonna do about it.
See, we got another one on hand.
Go from there. So we'll be back. Does it seem spunky?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. We just put tires.
What?
Just put tires. I don't got brakes,
Not gonna have brakes.
but
Lifter ticks back.
it's right there in oil.
Large fuel leak still.
Well, this has been fun. Great birthday. Exactly what I wanted to do on my birthday.
See, that was kind of the whole push for this, getting it just back together quick.
Yeah.
Let Mark drive this sweet-ass Mustang on his birthday, and, well,
Here we are.
it might be late, but it's still the day.
Right. Get you guys back on another episode of Back of the Chop.
Let me flip you around and we'll chat about it a little bit. Immediately, I had to put on big wheels on this car. It's always a look I've preferred on muscle cars, old cars of any sort. I guarantee 90% of the cars you'll see on this channel, if they're mine, gonna have big, massive back wheels, because I just like them. What else did we get done? We popped in this driver's side floor pan. It's not permanent yet. You see a lot of self-tappers and stuff. A few tack welds over there on the deal to keep it, but there's a lot of stuff we gotta fix. Some big gaps and stuff. Put that seat in, put the back seat in. It's just kind of hanging in there. Bucket seat out of something else for the driver's seat, because the original one missing a tab and it's broken, so we're gonna have to fix that first. So that's where that's at. Haven't found front wheels I want to put on it yet, but it'll come. Got this fender hung. It's only held on by like 4 bolts, but it was there to drive around the yard. We got a fuel pump that went bad. You've seen that, or you will be seeing that. I got a new one. I don't know if I brought it inside or not yet, but we'll probably replace that today here quick. Otherwise, everything else up here performed flawlessly. I haven't seen any other leaks yet. And then I think the other big thing I want to do today is get the taillights put back in. I think that'll make the back of the car look complete and decent. And we can flip it around, start deciding how far we're going to go on the grill pieces and all that jazz, or if we're going to wait longer for interior work, because we'll need them front fenders off for some of it. We'll figure that out later. So I'm going to gather up some tools, kind of get motivated and going on that. Start putting Mustang back together. So like any classic car that doesn't have a locked cylinder in the trunk, you go to the toolbox to get a key. This one happens to be my favorite one. Get up in there and see the slot. Ta-da! Pretty universal on these old cars. Kind of see what we're looking at in here. Not really a whole lot. I mean, it needs to be vacuumed out real bad. That's probably something I should be doing here quick. You can see the stampings of the replacement fenders that are in here. Wonder if I can get you up in here. Yeah, you can see the lap where they butted everything together. Both sides. Oh, there's some pieces yet. Definitely not how you should do it, but that's the way they chose to do it. So we'll just deal with it. They look okay, except for where people smashed into it with some stuff in the previous life. Oh well, we probably won't fix that either. Get this bungee cord out of here. Get you set up and I'll start slapping in some taillights. Well, let's dive in. So a lot of this stuff they took apart, they've put in bags nicely, and they have everything pretty much labeled, so that'll definitely make stuff easier to figure out where it's supposed to go. Let's crack this baby open and see what we all got in here. I'm not seeing any screws or nothing yet, so got a rusty taillight. And apparently they chose to go with the just snip the wires method on this one. So that's super handy. And then, yeah. There's going to be a lot of parts. If you guys know anybody up in our area that have a parts car, pieces we could buy, pretty sure it's 67 and 68 only that work for most of these pieces we're gonna need. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's top and what's the bottom though. It seems like there's a drastic curve on the bottom. And I've never really known any head and tail light to not have the numbers and the part numbers and stuff sit in the way where you can read them. Man, there. I'm gonna crack this thing open and dump some rust out of here though. You can just hear it rolling around. Obviously, we're not gonna restore anything like this or nothing. I mean, oof, duh. Make sure you change your tail light dust. This looks like a lot of road grime from gravel driving back in the day. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. But I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and guess this particular unit goes in like so. I don't know nothing about these cars. Never played with them before. So we'll figure this all out together. Not a big deal. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Alright. Yeah, we got rust in a bag. Super helpful. These all look exactly the same, so I don't think it matters where they go. So, so something's got to come from the back, and then looks like this chrome piece will just pinch, hold everything together. I don't know. Not liking the way it looks, but it's got to go back together somehow. So this is what I found. A little baggie that says tail light fasteners. So we'll trust them. Take a few of these out and see what they look like. All right. I'm gonna guess the long end goes all the way through. We'll poke into the end of this chrome somewhere. Get it lined up somehow. It's got to do something like that, I think. I'm not sure yet, though. I'm not liking the way any of this stuff looks. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know. I'm gonna crack the older one open quick and see if there's something different. Alright, I got the passenger side one out. They left us a nice broken piece, so that'll go great with the rest of the car. Same thing, it's just snipped everything, so leaves us a fun little wire tracing treat for later, but definitely something different. This foam's all pushed in all the way, which would make more sense. Whereas this one is like it's pulled out. Not sure why that is like that. Or they put this back in upside down when they were done. Sure enough, that's what it's looking like. Give that a flip. I was kind of confused why the rusty spot was on the top too. I didn't think that looked right at all. Because it wasn't. So there we go. Now that looks like it'll fit on there flush and not want to fight a guy. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Now we just got to figure out what size these things are and connect it so it doesn't do that. Alright, verdict says 11/32 is the size of that bad boy. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse real quick, and I'm gonna slam all them screws in. Alright, for our last little task here, I'm gonna dive up on in here again, put a fuel pump on it. I don't think we're gonna run into any surprises, rocket science. It's 2 bolts, 2 lines, super easy. So let's dive on in and get it done. Alright, we're just going to dive on in here. Got 2 bolts that go up to the block. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. They are 9/16 on this particular unit. I feel like I've run into a lot of them where they're 1/2 inch. Oh, there we go. I hope that chain isn't going to be a problem. It looks like it possibly could be. Alright, before we get too crazy on that, let's get these guys undone. You got 1 rubber and 1 steel line down here. Rubber will be your inlet and your steel will go up to your carburetor here. This is definitely not a factory one, but it obviously works and does the job. I'm gonna go grab a vice grip quick and clamp this so it doesn't spew all of our gas out. Alright, just like that. Get yourself flat pliers. Yeah, maybe a little bit tighter than that. Perfect. Through the flashlight. Yeah, minimize the mess. Pinch it off. Make sure it stays out of the friggin' way. Oh, now it wants to start leaking more. Okay. I guess the only thing you can really do is just pinch it tighter. Go tighter and tighter and tighter until it stops leaking. There. That seemed to do the trick. Now we'll get our 1/2 inch wrench out for this guy and see if we can't snap that sucker off. Oh, it just wants to round off. That's the game it wants to play. I gotcha. Oh, for sure, rounding. And before everybody comes after me, no, I don't own line wrenches. My bad. I'll go see what I can wrangle up though to get this line undone. Got this old pump out, nothing crazy, doesn't look anything weird. I had to fight with this steel line a little bit. Rounded it off a smidge, but we got her to go. See what we're looking at down in here. Nothing too crazy, but I'm gonna get this scratcher out here quick and just kind of clean up all the surfaces before we put the new one in. Make sure we don't have any leaks or nothing, oil pouring on the ground like it looks like it has before. That stuff's on there thick. But we don't really care about that today. So, catch us back in a minute. Our new fuel pump here, new gaskets. It's a Precision. It was like 25 bucks from O'Reilly's because I bought it on a Sunday, and it's the only place around here that's open on a Sunday. So, let's kind of compare these two. Look similar enough. Should work. Oh, Mark showed up. He bought a lathe today. But we'll keep moving along. We got the new fuel pump on, everything. Found a different battery that hopefully won't try and explode on us, but it was also dead. We're gonna take our weed whacker juice here and just sprinkle a little down. Oh, it wants to come out the wrong spot. We can make that work too, don't worry. Give it a little dabble just to help it pop off before that primes up. Oh, gonna trip over the old one. Get in here and see what happens. There we go. Just gotta give it a little assistance sometime to pop right off. No more leaking. Not seeing any leaking. There you have it. You got taillights in the Mustang. Got a fuel pump in it so it stops leaking. Technically drivable, you could say. We're gonna keep moseying on with some other projects, but Mark's got something cool to show you guys before we leave.
I got a lathe.
What do we got here?
Little Atlas 6x18 model 101. I operate a CNC lathe in my normal job, and I always have ideas, and I needed a lathe.
There you have it. We're on the Mustang again. A little bit of a crowd today. Say hi, everybody.
Guys.
Hi, everybody. Start putting the front end of this thing back together. So I got piles of bolts, hopefully labeled right. So far it looks like we're not going to have enough, so we'll have to improvise at one point, but start digging into spots like here, get this whole grill mounted on, bumper, valence, all that good stuff. We'll have to fix some wiring later when we get it up on the hoist. We'll make it easier. So sit back and watch me put a front end back together. Alright, so here's where we're at. Got valence on, bumper on, most of the grill in. These trim pieces are missing some stuff and they're broken, so I'll have to find some later. Everything else, so we're gonna start working on headlight buckets and all that good fun. So there you have it, guys. Got most of the front end put back together. Looks more complete, nice. Got the tail lights put in, changed that fuel pump. It's out driving. What a good looking car outside. So with that being said, we're gonna park this thing for a few weeks, get back to working on that black Mustang. Maybe something else got coming here soon, not sure yet. But until then, we'll see you guys back in the shop.